get a mic check. Wait for some people to get on up in here so we can check out the audios. See if it's too close. Kind of hit that button a little bit too fast. I don't got my light on. All that good stuff. That's cool. Give some people some time to get on up in here. Get on up in here. We good. Just sneak ahead in the build. What up, D? What's going on with you? Pressed that record button a little bit too quick, so I still got to turn my lights on and all that good stuff. What's good with you, man? What you got planned on this Saturday night? What you got going on? Let me send out a notification real quick. See what's good. Just watch some college football. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Relaxing. I worked today. It wasn't even a big job, but did a little work today, man. I feel like rejuvenated, man. I went to work, came home, took a nap like a nice old man, and now I feel great. So I actually have an errand to run later on tonight. So I figured let me jump on for a little bit. Checking with the peeps and see what's good. I got a question for y'all. Let me give me literally 2 minutes here. I'm turning my lights. Set that ambiance. I ain't got no lights on right now. Like I said, I hit that button a little bit too early. Charge my phone up. Come here and kick it with the people. Yeah, to that old man now. Yeah. Cheer. All right, let me get my light on. There we go. What up, man? What up to everybody who's out there? Give me a little sound check. How am I looking? Not looking. How do I sound? I sound all right? Do I sound loud? I'll move the mic away. I kind of had this mic in different positions when I was doing a sneaker cleaning, my last video, so I'm trying to get it good. Can y'all hear me okay like this? Or do I need to bring it a little bit closer? This is one of those directional mics, so you actually hear me more when I'm facing it versus like this, but all right, cool. That sound is good. Yeah, so let me ask you a question. This has been a question that, like, normally when I'm on here with my peoples, I'm normally the one who's going against the grain when it comes to sneakers, right? But I guess we can apply it to anything in life, right? It don't just got to be around sneakers, but you know, we be talking about kicks. So does it ruin your experience when you hear about a future release, just in general? So do you like the true shock drops, like you don't want to hear nothing at all and all of a sudden it's like, hey, something's dropping? Or if you know about it in advance, does it ruin like your, what's the word, kind of like your excitement? You know, if you hear about a sneaker now in December, today's what, December 6th. So if you hear about a sneaker that's coming in All-Star Weekend in February, or, you know, July of next year, does it like, do you get excited now and then when the sneaker drop, you're like, yeah, I'm good on that because I knew about it from last year in December? That's my question. Caramel Forever, what up? What's good? Why is your name, why is it coming up as different names, like different emails? Unless you logged in. Maybe you're logged in from like a different. She said, hey, Mr. Thank. She said, hey. All right, D tapped in. He said, nah, not for me. It actually gets me excited. Indeed, I'm the same exact way. So peep this, because I'm a planner, right? Like I am. I'm a big time. If I showed y'all like my Google Calendar Like I'm a planner. I plan things out. So for me, the excitement is there because I know what's up next, and then I get to plan for it. You know what I mean? Make sure the finances is right. You know what I mean? Make sure I do my research on, you know what I mean? Like who's gonna have them, what raffles to enter, blah blah blah, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? But I'm a planner, so for me, I like it. But for other people, man, like typically I'm the only one who says this. For other people, man, people be like, nah, like it kind of kills the hype, it kills the excitement. You know what I mean? I don't want to know about it. You know what I mean? Like you know, I like the true shot drops, you know, when nobody knew, midnight, you know what I mean? And if you miss a sneaker, you miss a sneaker. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But I mean, if I didn't know about it, it doesn't benefit me or anyone else that I know any, you know what I mean? Like if the information isn't out there. So I understand that there might be a little difference when it comes to shock drop, but just in general, like I think the more the merrier, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't about gatekeeping over here. You know, this isn't a slam to anybody else, but I'm just talking about over here. Like, man, we don't gatekeep. You know what I mean? We over here, we got this community. We spreading love. You know what I mean? Like, we spreading intel and info. You know what I mean? Like, we letting you know, yo, you looking for these kicks? So-and-so still got them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't over here trying to just gatekeep and keep everything all hush-hush so that we can flex on somebody and be like, aha, I got him and you didn't cop. No, I mean, nah, we don't get down like that over here. Let me see. I think Norwalk sneaker code coming up in the next few days. Did you happen to see there was a raffle? It's closed now, but there was a raffle up. I actually won a pair of those dunks, fam. I actually do. Bro, Rob T in the bill. How did I miss you? Rob T in the bizzle. What's good, Rob T? Say what up, Mr. Thank. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you online. Same here. Let me tell you what happened, man. I worked today. I did a move. I came home. I took one of those little nice old man naps. Now I feel great. I actually I have an errand to run later on tonight. But I'm like revitalized. I'm re-energized. I am whatever. I couldn't come up with another word. But that wasn't important. What is important is that I feel good. I'm like James Brown. That's me right now. We definitely gatekeeping around these parts. You see plenty. See, this is why it ain't plenty to go around. You see what I did there? He said, I ain't seen nothing. I heard nothing. Creams get the money. Shout out to Plenty Hardaway, man. Thanks for tapping in, brother. It's good to see you around. What you got planned? What y'all got planned before tonight, man? It's a Saturday. What y'all doing? He said there was a crazy line at my skate shop for the Narwhals. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. What do you even wear with them? Yo, do you know what's so funny? I actually like that whole plaid look. Like, to answer your question, because of the colors that's on there, anything. I mean, you can rock a rainbow suit. I mean, like literally, you could. There's something about that plaid. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's like an old person. Dude, outside of like, is it Burberry, right, with the plaid? Outside of like Burberry, is plaid even a thing? I honestly don't know. Like, is plaid, like fashion wise, is plaid, because I like it. I like plaid, but I wonder if plaid is even like a thing. I wonder that. But that is dope to see that there was a line there and people. I want a pair of those joints, man. I like them. I like the way they look. He said, bro, I have an 8-hour drive to Philly next weekend. I'm dreading this trip. Oh, I feel you. 8 hours to Philly. I like Philly though. Philly's cool. Yeah, so Plenty, I'm a mover. And even though I'm based out of Colorado. So even though I am primarily local, I do out of state moves. You know, I actually just loaded up a customer. I didn't do their full move. They hired me just to load up their truck, but I got a customer. I just moved to Florida, you know, but from Colorado, I've gone obviously in state as close as like Texas and Kansas and Oklahoma. Those are like Nebraska. That's like neighboring states to Colorado. And then obviously I've gone Vegas and Cali. Then I've gone East Coast, you know, Boston, upstate New York, Florida, the DMV area, all that, you know what I mean? Carolinas and all that stuff. So I've been all over the place for sure. Jordan Junkin in the bill. What up, fam? What's good with you? What's good? Got a shout out here to Sir. What up, Sir Plenty? Plentoir. What up, Sir Plentoir? I can see you rocking those Dutch perfects. Yeah, and it's cold. You ain't never lie. Somebody said no sound. Can you hear me okay? You got to turn your sound up. I think you got to turn your sound up. It snowed up here. Oh, okay. All right. Plenty coming up here. What you doing? Infiltrating the north. We from the north. Yeah, that way. North. I-95 Plenty. All right, good looking out. Good looking out, D. He said, you got sound, twin. He said, my you need to turn your sound up. Okay, Plenty said, my father's side of the family is from there, bro. My little brother's graduating from college, man. Congrats. 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 Congrats? Man, congrats to your little bro, man. I'm proud of him, too. That's what's up. Going out there, man, show some love. That is what's up. You said when is this trip? Next weekend. Oh wow. Shout out to Baby Plenty. Yeah, he probably bigger than you are too. Watch. I know. Man, it's isn't it funny on how, like, let me tell y'all what I like. Number one, even in my long form videos, I don't really do too much editing. I really don't. But that's by choice. It's not because I'm lazy. It's when I started this YouTube channel, right? Number one, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know nothing about nothing. And then number two, like, it's not like somebody took me under their wing. It was like, yo, let me show you something. Let me teach you something. Hibbly hobbla, right? It was just kind of like one of those trial and error, self-taught, YouTube University. I'm looking up videos on how to be a YouTuber, which I still do that stuff to this day, right? Working on thumbnails, all that stuff. Anyway, I have my very first video that I put up on YouTube, and I leave it there just to show the growth. It's the crappiest, cringiest video. It's bad. I ain't gonna lie. It's like real bad. It's real bad. But there's certain things that I don't do with my editing, and I do that on purpose to show that I'm human, right? Like, I can really take the time and edit a video for hours and cut out all of the ums and but I like putting that stuff in the video. Even when I mess up, I might even say the wrong date or the wrong price. I might even call the shoe the wrong shoe, and then during my editing, I put it up in the corner. Like, I remember I was talking about the wet cements, and I called them the white cements, and I was comparing a shoe to them or whatever, and I made a mistake, and I was like, let me leave that in because I'm human, So there's sometimes like whenever because we're all human, right? So when I make mistakes, I actually like to leave it in there. Hell, let me even giggle about it. Like, dang, what am I saying right now? There are times when I just draw blanks. Like, I've noticed the older I get, my memory's already starting to fade, and it's crazy because I'm not even old. That's the part that's getting me. Like, there are certain times when, like, I'll be talking to somebody and I have a name in my head and I know the name, and then it's not until I get off the phone with them I'm like, Stephanie. It was Stephanie. I don't know why I couldn't think of Stephanie, when I was talking to him on the phone. So, and I'll even go like I'm on the lines of, nah, her name start with an S. Like, Stacy? No, not Stacy. And I'm like, oh. Don't get old. See? Don't get old. That's the final lesson right there. That's the final lesson. Nice. He graduated from trade school, man. He's gonna be a carpenter, man. Shout out to him for that, man. I have a different take when it comes to school and all that stuff. So I think this trade right here, that's dope. Shout out to him for that. Shout out to him for that. He said, plenty coming up here for the Kobe Statue of Liberty. That's real dedication. He said, you caught me. Oh, he said, I don't like the Statue of Liberties, honestly. I hate editing videos, honestly, but I say entirely too much. Yeah, believe it or not, plenty. Editing videos for me is actually, it's not as bad as like when I first started, bro. When I first started, I put way too much time just into YouTube, and I think it's a good learning experience because like my story is not any different from anyone else, right? I mean, unless you come from like a job where you already done editing, you have editing experience, or that career field, or you just have the experience in it. Like nobody really knows what they're doing. It's all trial and error, and it ain't nothing like. I used to always think this, like whenever my friends behind the scenes would ask me, like, "Yo, I saw your video, like you such a natural on camera and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be honest with you, talking on camera is not easy for me. It's not easy for me at all. I'm a drummer in church. I've drummed at, in front of massive audiences. So stage fright and all that stuff. Yeah, I probably had that like the very first time I did it. And other than that, it's like, so talking in front of people is actually very natural for me. Let me tell you what's not natural. What's not natural is talking to a camera, making a video, because there's no audience there. Like right now, there's a live audience. So I like the immediate feedback. YOLO responding in comments or whatever the case is. I'm highlighting the comment and there's an interaction. Even if y'all are talking to each other, I'm talking for y'all or whatever, through y'all, whatever you want to say it. But my whole point is there's an interaction. Let me tell y'all, even to this day, with as many videos that I made, I'm still trying to get comfortable talking to myself. I am a one-man crew. My kids are in the house. My son's upstairs probably playing his Xbox. He's probably on 2K, whatever game is on. I could probably check if I turn my Xbox on and just looked at what he's playing. My daughter's upstairs taking a nap. My wife's upstairs laying in the bed, right? I'm a one-man crew. I don't got nobody holding the camera here. I'm not, like rear testers? He got his wife right there. So he'll be like, hey, when did these come out? 97? She's like, yeah, 97, 98. And he got somebody to interact. It makes the camera work easier for my type of personality. Now, if you are an introvert, talking to a camera will be a dream for you because there's no audience. You don't have the pressure of people watching you. For me, it's weird talking to myself. When I'll be over here making videos, I'm over here like, yo, I just picked up these. What y'all think about that? Oh, them joints is dope. Them joints is dope. And this is what I hear. Crickets. I ain't talking to nobody. I'm over here like a psycho, man. I'm over here talking to myself, getting all hype, and I have no audience. I don't got nobody saying, hey, yo, those ain't it, chief. Because if someone says that, I can be like, oh, word, you don't like these? That's crazy. I got something to interact to. Even if you don't even agree with me, it's cool. But I'm over here talking to myself in front of all these sneakers like a psycho. All right. This is Laps on the Laps on the Hammer. All right, Laps on the Hammer in Philly almost always has Kobe's. That's what's up. Look, Plenty said same here. I prefer going live rather than recording a video because it's the personality. Plenty, you let me tell you something. Plenty is funny, but you got that personality. You know what I mean? So it's definitely like personality based. I'm gonna hit up Lapstone when I'm in town. That's what's up. You gonna go ahead and grab yourself a little Philly cheesesteak, you know what I'm saying? When you out in Philly, Sean? You said get hit up that, John. He said we need that Mr. Think and Plenty live crossover. Nah, 100. Hey, yo, Plenty, man. Let's make that happen. You know what I mean? Get Truth up in there, man. And yeah, let's make it happen for sure. For sure. He said Plenty hitting up Atlantic City or NYC or just Philly. He said you just rolling through in Philly or you gonna stop? Definitely do. We'll do something before the end of the year. I can feel it. Yeah. I'm down. I'm down with that. I'm down with that for sure. Ooh, see, Plenty. Now you got it, share. Now you got it. He said I am banned from NY. Hey, yo, fam. New York is changing so much. I done lived out in New York the first 24 years of my life. New York is changing so much. So even when I go back home now, like I feel like an out-of-towner. I'm talking about in my own hood. Literally in like my own hood. I feel like an out-of-town. I go back home and be like, oh, when they built, oh, snap. Wait. Oh, yo, I remember that used to be, wait, what's this? Man, man, oh, man. Oh, snap. He said, Mr. Thinking I would get you unbanned from New York City. He said, I made too many enemies out there online. You see, look, Plenty, you probably talked about Tim's. Plenty probably talked bad about Tim's, and you done struck some nerves. Plenty is like, I don't like Tim's. Tim's is weak. Somebody over there online like this. You got somebody on the East Coast like this, biting their lip, typing hard. Oh snap! Casey in the bill. What up, Casey? What's good with you? What's good? What you got going on? We tapping in from? What's good with you? Said I got you through Jersey plenty for sure. LOL. You get pulled over on Parkway, just tell them, Rob T and you good. Oh man, that's some serious weight right there. You know what I'm saying? I might do that on purpose, Rob. To be like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a few people. You know what I'm saying? Rob T. They gonna be like, he owes me money. You coming with me? I'm like, no. I mean, not that Rob T. The other Rob. The Rob T. The big Rob T. Not the little one. Tapping in from France. What up, Malcolm? Malcolm tapping in from France. What's good with you? What's good? He said, I have a few dudes mad at me now from DC because I informed them that DC is the South. Ooh. Ooh. He said they oh man. Yo, plenty. She look plenty out there going like this. That's a plenty out there like this. Yo, speaking of, I'm gonna pull some kicks up here. I got nice kicks loaded up on the screen here, right? Go over some stuff that has already dropped and what's coming. But yo, I just saw like a little, I don't know, NBC, CBS, I don't know, whatever station it was, with 50 and his producer. Have any of y'all seen this Netflix Diddy documentary? Has anyone seen it yet? I have not seen it yet. I thought about hosting a live, right, and doing like a live reaction while I'm watching it. Obviously, I'm not going to broadcast it for copyright purposes, but I thought about doing that because apparently it's come up on my feed too many times. A lot of people is talking about this. But anyway, I had watched like a little interview with 50 and the woman that produced it or whatever, and y'all know 50 being his petty bag when he talk with a smile. It's one thing when like if 50 just talk, you know what I mean, and he just talking whatever. But when he talk with that smile on his face, that's petty fifth right there. That is petty fifth. 50 be like, so the thing about it is I wasn't even thinking about it. Right. So when he talk, when 50 talk with the smile, oh, he being petty. That is petty fifth. When 50 y'all remember Mike Epps when he was like, I'm trying to see what that be like. Dun. I heard the one said that is the petty fifth right there. Oh, that's classic. He said, I got to make it past the Mason Dixon. I haven't seen it yet. I seen the scene from it, though. Crazy. Yeah, I'm going to have to peep that. Yeah, exactly. Yep, just like that. You're going to have to do like the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight on the 19th, like you did the Tyson versus Paul. 100. Matter of fact, you said, wait, that's the 19th? Let me check the schedule real quick. Let me see what I'm looking like. I heard about that. So what are you guys' thoughts on that fight in particular? On the Jake Paul versus the versus Joshua. Like I didn't really dig too deep into it, just for the sake of conversation, but the Tank Davis fight versus Jake Paul, from what I gathered from it, Tank was pretty much, to sum it up, Tank was like, look, I ain't following your little script. Y'all want to do some side bets on this, or who's gonna win this fight, whatever, because whatever y'all want me to do, I ain't doing it. I'm gonna knock this fool out. And I think that's what canceled the fight. I'm not sure, but that's That's what I was kind of gathering from it. So for lack of better words, for lack of better words, I'm almost positive. Like, let me say this with full transparency. Number one, Jake Paul can box. That's number one. Is he as good as what he's portraying himself to be? No, I'm not. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, he's whack, he's weak, or whatever the case is. The man has training. Clearly, he can box, right? So I'm gonna give him his flowers, and I'm gonna cut the bouquet in half, right? Probably even more in half, right? Man, this is entertainment. You know what I mean? Like this is entertainment for sure. And I didn't really think the Tyson Jake Paul fight was entertaining per se, but it's entertainment. You know what I mean? And I think some people, you know, lose sight of that. You know, that it's for entertaining purposes. Now, some people out there, you know, really trying to make a name for themselves or whatever the case is. But let me put you to I'll put it to y'all this way. If Jake Paul was to lose a fight now, it'll question his credibility. You know what I mean? It'll make the hype die down. Like right now, the hype is Jake Paul done fought a few people. I don't remember everybody. He's knocked out a few people, right? Nate Robinson and all that other stuff. He's knocked out quite a few people. And now he's fought real boxers, right? So now people are like, why don't you fight like a real fighter? Well, he's fought somebody in the MMA and he's fought other boxers and all that stuff. So now the narrative is Jake Paul is on the rise. Jake Paul is a beast. He's a monster. You know what I mean? And he's been winning his fights. So, like, why should he lose now? You know, this is like the perfect story. We talk about stories, right? That started from the bottom and look at him climb up to the top, right? That's my take on it. That's my take. Jake Paul is going to win the fight. Or if this fight is good, if Joshua, because Joshua is way bigger, correct, and way more experienced, all that stuff. He's a better fighter. So if you want to make it very entertaining, number one, give us a good fight. And then number two, make it a draw. So that you can draw the people back in again. You can draw the people back in to watch it again and watch these boys make freaking $50 million in 30 minutes. I mean, like, you know, Jake Paul is going to make, I don't know how much he's getting paid for this fight, but, you know, didn't he make 60? With the Mike Tyson fight, Jake Paul made $60 million in 30 minutes. Or was it 20 minutes? Was it 2-minute rounds and 10? Was it 10 2-minute rounds? Somebody fact check me on that. I think it was 10 2 minutes. So we're talking about 20. Mike Tyson made $20 million in 20 minutes. Nobody lost that fight. Nobody loses when the loser makes $20 million in 20 minutes. Look, y'all can say what you want. I'll get in the ring with Jake Paul. Give me $20 million. Give me $5 million. I'll get in the ring with Jake Paul, and I will run the script how they tell me to run it. Take 3 punches in the face and fly out the ring. And I'll go, douche, and I'll just dive out the ring and lay there for 20 minutes while the cameras are zooming in on me, sleeping on the floor. And the whole time I'm on the floor, I'm thinking about this $5 million. Go ahead. You want entertainment? Are you not entertained? I will attempt my first backflip from getting the uppercut. I can't even do a backflip. I would attempt it on camera, live, on Netflix. You know, the classic, and I would try to do a backflip. Rare Kicks in the building. What up, fam? What's good? Yeah. He said Joshua's wingspan alone is dangerous. Yeah, he's huge compared to Jake Paul. And Paul is going to weigh like 220. Is that it? Just 220? Nagano, yeah. That was actually a really good fight. And both of them boys are beasts. Like, yeah, this is going to be a show for sure, though. This is, Snicker Tile in the build. What up? Yeah, this is gonna be a show for sure. These boys are gonna put on the show. You know, I'm gonna watch it. It's Netflix. And speaking of Netflix, it looks like Netflix is setting themselves up to for a power purchase there. Them boys is trying to take over. Lewis said, man, you're around tomorrow to make up for today for the people. Yeah. Hit me up, Lou. Let me know what time is good. So I ended up working a security shift last night. I got off like at 1 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get to bed until like 4 something this morning. And then I had to move this morning too. So man, I literally took me a little nap. I went and did a move. I came home and crashed. Took one of them old man naps. Now that's why I got so much energy, because now I feel great. However, I have an errand to run tonight within like the next hour or so. I got to go run an errand. So I think I'm gonna run this errand, and then I might get back online. I was just now tapping in with the people, telling them I've been hearing a lot about this Diddy documentary on Netflix. So I might do one of those, you know, like live reactions. I'll have it playing on my TV and just turn my whole setup around and watch this documentary on a live. You know what I mean? And just kind of give a live reaction while I'm doing it. I'm thinking about doing that. Maybe that'll be later on tonight. But yeah, let me pull up some kicks real quick. I got nice kicks pulled up here. Let me run through some stuff and see what's good. All right, number one, there's no doubt about it. I love Alma Manier, right? Like quality to build, everything's always nice, right? It's the luxury sneaker of whichever silhouette that they're messing around with, right? The more and more I see these, the more I'm starting to like them. But the reason why, what turned me away from them is obviously the colorway. You know, I was waiting for them to get away from this colorway here, right? But the more and more I see these, the more and more I'm actually starting to like them. But even still, I'm not. You know, if I can go juicy deal on those, I'll go ahead and do it. I am a Jordan 1 guy. I knew these were gonna be a fairly easy cop. I mean, they were going for like $115 on like GOAT and StockX, like before they released, right? So I already knew the status of these. I like these though. I like the way these look. I like the way these are set up. For me personally, would I rock these now in the fall? No, not me personally. But I would cop these. I get a juicy deal on these, man. You hit me for $70-$80. If I can get a juicy deal on these joints right here, I would definitely. I'm a Jordan 1 guy though, so I'm kind of biased to the ones, to be honest. If you want me to be honest. Yes, Rob T. That's what I was talking about. Netflix bought Warner Brothers. Ooh, Netflix moved to NJ and is the new Hollywood. Hard facts. I wonder how that, and the transaction was like 80 something billion, right? It was like 80 billion, 86 point something, or 84, whatever it was, but it was like 80 something billion dollars. You know what I mean? Like, just to put that into context, remember Elon Musk purchased Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, for what, 44 billion. So Netflix doubled up what Elon paid for Twitter. That's huge. That is huge. I've also seen another article. I don't know too much about this. I had to research it, but I also seen another article that even Tyler Perry was putting his new studio. He was doing some sort of remodel or building a new studio, or whatever it is, $800 million studio. He was putting that on hold due to like AI, to see what's happening with Hollywood and AI and all that stuff. Okay, Rob T said, he said 82.7 billion. Okay, yeah, it was close. But yeah, I did. Man, that's huge. That is huge right there. I like the outsole here with this translucent outsole. Looks like we got some decent materials, and probably not so much on the mid panel, but at least right here, it would look like that might be a little soft to the touch right there. Same thing here, right in that heel and that ankle collar with the wings logo. Yeah, I like this right here. This whole flight, translucent with the flight on the outside. I like it. Elephant print on the box. I like it. We got some presentation on there. I like that shoe. I'll pick that. I'm telling you right now. I'm a Jordan 1 guy, so I will pick that shoe up just on a super juicy deal. That's all. I will go ahead and mess around with that. All right, what else we got here? All right, of course, we got the Yo Gamma Gammas. Yeah. That was my answer right there. The answer is yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, we gonna mess around with these joints. Oh, Lou, was that you, Lou, who made the video or who have the low cut not the low cut shoe, but the low cut patent leather on this? I actually like both. I'll be honest with you. I like both. If I had a preference, I would actually prefer the high cut patent leather over the low cut patent leather. But truth be told, none of it bothers me. I'm an 11 fan though. I like 11s. So yeah, those are looking crispy. That's right, D. D said easy triple up on the Gammas for me. Easy. Yeah, I am not mad at you. Yeah, Rob T, I did hear about that. He said, yeah, New Jersey is giving the tax breaks to make movies here. You see filming all over now. You got all 4 seasons here in the city and the country locations with New York City near. Yeah. Jersey is popping. And you're right. You know, it ain't nothing but a bridge separating it. So it's right there. Anybody going for the Statue of Liberty? Kobe's on the 11th. Mr. Think? No, I'm not going for him. I wonder if Jay is. Yo, when I tell you I had no success with that, man, I couldn't log into nothing. For me, that was playtime right there. That was a pure joke. I couldn't hit on nothing. Now, on the my brother Joel out in Florida, his name is Hate to Lose. He hit on 4 pairs of the Soulfly 3s. He hit on 4 pairs of them joints. Yeah, I feel that. 1 to rock, 1 to stock, and an extra 1 up top. Woo, we talking rock stock top. I ain't mad at you, fam. I really ain't. You know what I mean? Not mad at those at all. And of course, all right, we got the Bugs Bunny 8s. Now, my question is, between the 2 8s, so we're talking about the black pair, and I do understand the gray on the Aqua 8s. It's a different color, whatever. I know it did turn people off. But between the Bugs Bunnies and the Aqua 8s, which one do you think will perform better? Which one will get a better performance? When I'm talking about performance, I'm not talking about like on the court performance. I'm talking about as far as like selling. We know the Aqua 8s was a very easy cop. I mean, beautiful shoe and a super easy cop. I mean, you might be able to go in the store right now to this day and pick up a pair of Aqua 8s. Okay. Rob T said Jay is, so he's gonna mess around with those Statue of Liberty Kobe's. He told me it's a draw, so you might as well enter for trade bait. They're going for a lot right now. All right, Rob T, if that's the case, then I will mess around with them. Same here. The Aqua 8s are coming home. Not Aqua, excuse me. The Bugs Bunnies, yes, they are coming home. Okay, and he said they won't perform well either. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. I ain't mad at it. You know, just like AOD, just like what you said. Just like what you said, hey, if they sit, let them sit. Let them sit. Yeah. Look at Mike looking all young. You got that young Mike right there. What is what's the new buzz everybody's talking about? Not the bread 4s. There's another shoe now everybody's talking about that's returning. What is it? There's another one. You see? You see what I'm talking about? What we know with the memory? That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, these mugs are clean. I ain't mad at. Yeah, they're coming home too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot actually that I've seen already. That's, of course, everything's subject to change. But there's a lot that I've seen, dropping for 2026, and I ain't mad at it, man. 2026 is already starting to look a little hot, just to be honest. 2020 Space Jam 11. That's what it was. The Space Jams. Yes, that's what it was. Space Jam 11s, and then there's another one. There's another one. I said, come on, man. It's Christmas time. Did you enter the DSG raffle for the Gammas? No, I don't believe it's up yet, because I was gonna make a video today about it. I ended up taking a nap, but let me confirm that. I don't think DSG is open yet for Gammas, but I'll check that right now while I got y'all here, just to confirm that. And if it is open, it probably opened today, but let me see. Oh, it is open. The draw closes on December 11th. Oh, it is open. It is. Okay. Oh, I just looked it up. I just checked it like a day or two ago, and it wasn't open yet. So, released on the 13th. All right, bet. I'm going to go ahead and enter there, too. Good looking out, fam. I appreciate that. I'll make a quick little video. Good looking out, Jordan. I appreciate that. I will go ahead and make a quick little video about that. Typically, I like to make a quick little video. I know we know how to enter the draws, but if there's somebody new who's like, yo, I don't know what to do, I like to kind of walk them through. So that's what's up, man. Good looking out, family. I appreciate y'all for that. He said the playoffs had a little steam, but eights don't move. Yeah, that is true. And then hey, that is okay. That is okay. DK said the eights will move in January. Space Jam 11. So DK, what's good with you? Yeah, man. This year has been crazy, right? Like even towards the end of the year, because we know typically during this holiday time, things kind of, we end the year, with a blast, and then typically January is a little weak, and then they bring it right on back with All-Star Weekend. February. So that's kind of been like the tradition, behind these drops and these kicks. Got some shout outs going on. Yeah, man, the Bugs Bunny 8 is coming home. What are y'all takes on this? Like, yeah, I'm gonna say right now, I am an absolute sucker when it comes to like gray. There's something about gray, because I love the color gray, and it's such a neutral color. I mean, like, you can wear anything, you can put any laces in with it. I mean, like, I am a sucker when it comes to grays. It's kind of hard for me to turn down a gray anything, to be honest with you. What are your thoughts on these Wolf Gray 5s? I am a sucker when it comes to gray. Look at this. Look at this blue jean in gray. Look at that. Blue jean. You can put any color green. It's going to look dope. It don't matter. It don't matter what color it's going to look fly. Gray is such a dope neutral color. Yes, those Laker 4s are tough. The Laker 4s. Yeah. And I don't have too many purple sneakers as well. Matter of fact, here goes the crazy part. Throughout all of the shoes here, I picked up my first purple sneaker when I grabbed the Jordan 11, the Mojave, the Vegas pair. That's my first pair of purple sneakers that I have right now. I do not have nothing else purple, which was crazy to even say that out loud, but it was true. DK said, I hate gum bottoms, man. And that's crazy, because on the right silhouette, right? Or not even. All right, let me take. I take that back. Let's take backs. I won't even say on the right silhouette. I would even go as far to say on the right, with the right colorway and color blocking. I love a gum bottom with the proper color blocking in the right colorway. Let me say it that way. All right, must cop. Going to have the black metallics effect. Ooh, won't be easy. Okay, so just a sneakerhead is saying these are gonna move. Look, I can totally see it. I can totally see it. Let's take a look at. Let's take a look at these. That 23 is looking tough on the side. Yeah, man, these are, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, these are looking tough. Real tough. All right, so this isn't, I'm sure this isn't how it's gonna look. Got a jump man on the back. Yeah, man. Yeah, these, look, I'm a sucker for the gray, man. It is what it is. They got me at ready. They got me at gray. The Flight Club. Air Jordan Floor Flight Club. So where we at? All right, so we're already in. All right, so we just started January. So we got January 10th. So let's see how January is looking. So far, January is not looking too bad. Because normally January is kind of soft. Normally. Yeah, D. That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, this isn't how they're gonna look. This is an old pair. This is an old pair. So in theory, yeah, this ain't even a gum bottom. It looks like a gum bottom because this is an old pair. And that's exactly what I was looking at. I was like, man, they not even gonna look like this. So yeah, KD, oh my bad, DK. Yeah, it's not even, this ain't even a gum bottom. Not at all. Name a fire gum bottom SB pine greens. All of them. The red, the pine green, the navy, the red pair, the family friends, all of them. Or like literally all of them. Dope. The Jordan 4. But let me know what you think about that. All right. Flight Club. What are your thoughts on these? What are your thoughts on these? Nice colorway. Nice color blocking, right? That's the only pictures we have. So it looks like we have a Jumpman on the back there. This doesn't scream like mandatory cop for me. Where you guys at with that? Like this just doesn't scream like must have. Like I don't see like a must have on this. You see, look. D said, look, pass on Flight Club's low budget fire red. Yeah, you see, he's calling this the poor man fire reds. What are your thoughts? Y'all tap in on this one. Like, I don't see this as like a Mando, like a must cop. However, I will admit I do like the color blocking on here. I do like it on here. Let me tell you what's been irritating me a little bit. You know, if this is the shoe, it's like, just keep it white or keep it cream or eggshell, whatever. Why did we have to go with this little sail right here on this midsole? I'm almost getting like sailed out, to be honest, when it comes to the midsole. I'm almost getting sailed out. 2025, you know, even in 24, they've done us some justice with all of this age look stuff. That's cool. Put it down. But I could see myself rocking this shoe and beating them up. You know what I mean? Just like as I can, if I can get a super juicy deal on these, I'd pick them up. It needs to be like the dailies. You know what I mean? Like something to slide on the foot really fast. Let me see. He said if it's Nike Air, they would be quite rare. Yeah, if it dropped in 2020, it'd be fly. Yeah, you see DK? Nike been overdoing the eggnog midsole. You ain't never lying. It's like, It's like I am semi tired of. I mean, like depending on what it's on, I still give it the head nod. Like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I understand. You know what I mean? We had the UNC ones, you know what I mean, and you know it's supposed to have it has like that lost and found vibe to it. So I'm like, okay, you get the head nod. I'm like, okay, you get the pass on that. All right, all right. But you know, on certain ones, I'd be like, ugh, give it a break. It's Nike Air on the back. Is it? Because I think there's only two pictures here, and if from what I can see, um, man, let me try to zoom in. I can only zoom in so much here. It's not even doing it. But I see like the little part of a foot here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a junk man. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I see a foot there. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. He said them joints $80. The eggnog UNC ones. You ain't never lie. Them joints is dumb cheap. Yo, that is such a fire kick. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you don't like ones, you don't like ones, right? But like, man, this is crazy. I think there's a couple of things to take into consideration when it comes to those UNC ones. Number one is Nike be overdoing it when it comes to a Jordan 1, just period, right? They'll drop a high, a mid, a low, and you know what I mean? So they over and then they overdo it. They give us a bunch of colorways that we really just don't need and all that good stuff. When it comes to that shoe in particular, because there was no storyline to it, right? Like how we noticed that the box is like the complete reverse lids, like the tray is the top and the top is the tray to the lost and found, right? They could have easily created a story with this UNC one and called these like the lost and found UNCs or something like that, and totally pitched the story to where, you know, making it the cousin to the lost and found. I'm not saying the shoe would have sold out. What I am saying is the shoe wouldn't have gotten heavily disrespected the way it did. That, you know, now of course, you know what I mean, people are gonna be like, well, the OG's got a different color and you know, blah blah blah, which Nike tends to do that, right? They make their little variations or whatever, but that's the reason why you call it a reimagine. You know, that like if they was to run with this whole reimagine, I'll talk about this in videos. The moment you stamp a reimagine on it, that's your excuse on why you change it up. It's like a remix. It's like music, right? Like you're not gonna hear a song and then hear the remix and it's the same exact song. You'll be like, well, where was the remix? Did it feature somebody else? Was it a different beat? Something got to be different on it. You can't have the same exact thing and call it a remix, right? So all Nike got to do is just switch it up a little bit, which is obviously what they do, and then they call it a reimagine. They call it a remastered, whatever. Call it what you want, or whatever, but do it over, and then put a story to it. Because those UNC ones, I'm telling you right now, $80, man, that is a fire kick. That is a fire shoe. That is a fire shoe. He said this isn't the actual shoe. Okay, so it's possible that, you know, this could just be a mock-up or whatever, which is fair. That's fair. That's fair. So, yep, who knows? Who knows? You know, they can end up, because, you know, we talk about the Nike Air going on the back as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, they've been getting loose with that Nike Air. We already know this, but they've been getting real loose putting Nike Air on things. So let's see how it moves. All right, what we got next here? Are we still in the month of January? All right, let's get out of this. All right, February 13th. So we're the day before Valentine's Day. Ah, boy. And here goes another example. Air Jordan 1 High OG All-Star. Now, y'all have heard me say, because I just said it right here. I am a sucker for grays. I just said that. I just said it. Now, I don't know if this is an icy blue bottom. I don't know if this is a transparent bottom, but I am not feeling this bottom already. I'm not feeling that. I am not feeling that. Let's see if we got some more pictures. No, we don't. Is expected to release during All-Star Weekend, February 13th, by retailers for $185. What are your thoughts on this? What I like? I am not. I am not feeling this. All right, Justice Sneakerhead said, I actually like that pair of ones. And fam, for me, it's literally the outsole. For some reason, I'm not feeling that blue. Like, and once again, you know what I mean? This could be a pure mock-up. But like this blue right here on the outsole is not even matching the blue that's on the tab on the top here. Could just be a pure mock-up and things can change. But I don't know, bro. I am not feeling this. And I'm a sucker for gray. I love the shoe. This colorway, this color blocking right here, love it. The color blocking, we already know that color blocking is dope. But I'm not feeling that outsole unless there's something on there. I'm gonna have to see this in hand. I'm gonna have to see some but initially the gold wings logo ain't bothering me. That's not bothering me. It's this outsole. All right. Let me run back here. DK said hot garbage. Look, fake Dior's. Yeah, they are definitely slutting out the Nike Air. There's no doubt about it. They are honing it out. Absolutely. The Nike Air has been just, they probably like a last ditch effort. Just like, hey, we got an idea for a Jordan 4. The first idea is let's put Nike Air in the back. I'm like, I love it. Let's do it. It's like, wait, we didn't even tell you the colorway yet. You don't have to. Just put Nike Air on it and release the shoe. Oh, man. I like the suede. Yes, me too. I'm definitely get down with the suede as well. Yeah. I believe it or not, fam, I actually like everything about the shoe, just not that outsole. I'm just not feeling that joint. He said, "Think you are on point." All right, let's move on. So where we at? Do I need to back out? All right, that's not bad. So we were like almost halfway through February. Let's see what else. Oh wait, hold on. That was February. Okay, so we already so January. So on the Jordan side of things, and this is just a Jordan list. This isn't like a complete sneaker list, which is what I should do. But this is just a Nike, a Jordan, not even Nike. This is a Jordan list. So for Jordans, we only have 2 shoes on the Jordan brand so far that I'm seeing. January 10th, we got the Wolf Grays, and then we got these 4s, and then we're ready into February. All right, bet. Now let's go over here real quick. How much time do I got? 7:44. All right, I got a few more minutes here. All right, so Nike release dates. All right, so we already got there, December 6th. That's it? No, I don't want none of those. All right, let me see if I can navigate this a little bit better. Release dates. And Nike. Nike SB, Nike News. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're pulling up to some more. Sabrina 3 Twin. Got these joints right here. Multicolored, looking safari-ish and doing all that stuff. Okay, he was talking about those Jordan 1s. If the outsole matched the blue on the Nike Air tag. Yeah, it was just kind of 2 different blues, and it's looking a little funky. All right. The what the book ones. All right. So we got the what the book ones right here. What are your thoughts on the book ones? Like, there's a part of me I haven't owned a pair of book ones. There's a part of me that feel like the I think the book one is a shoe that has so much potential. I would actually rock a book one. I don't have any. I would rock one. I sure enough would rock one. Oh yeah, yeah, the foam. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. He said, I think you need some promotional stickers to put up with your YouTube name and IG handle. Um, I'll look into that. I will look into that. Like, let me tell you right now, I am so bad. Like, I am so bad when it comes to IG and other platforms, which I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better at posting more on other platforms. Um, just generally speaking, because everything the journey is not the same for everybody, but just generally speaking, YouTube is the hardest platform to make it on. So I intentionally chose YouTube. Sometimes I do that in life, man. I'll be just choosing a harder path. But and when I say I choose a harder path, I'm not. I don't say that to be stubborn. It's I take on the challenge. If that makes sense. I'm really close to being monetized. I need like I don't know. I'm like 64 hours away from being fully monetized on YouTube. And just a couple of months ago, I was 2,000 hours away. So I've been on here grinding, just what I mean, just tapping in and making videos and all that good stuff. And shout out to y'all because y'all are literally on the journey with me because y'all are tapped in right now and just the mere fact, like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you. I'm saying that's my way of saying thanks. Thank you. I appreciate you. But I'm gonna get better with my socials after I get monetized on YouTube. That don't mean I'm gonna slack on YouTube because truth be told, I've put in a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. I put in a lot of work. I'm putting in a lot of work to become fully monetized. And once I become fully monetized, that's like saying congratulations. Now you're eligible to the partner program or whatever. Now you got to put in a whole lot more work, and I'm up for the challenge as well. So it's not like the grind stops. Like, yo, congratulations, hey, I'm monetized, good looking out, I'm good. It's like, nope, I'm not good yet. Now I gotta, you know what I mean? Now I gotta put in more work. But anyway, I say all of that to say, I'm so like old school when it comes to like Facebook. I don't even get on Facebook unless I put up like a link to like a video that I dropped. Like, I'm so out of tune when it comes to social media because I work a lot. And that's another thing too. Like, if I was a full-time content creator, I'm telling you, like, all of my stuff would be like on point because like I would look at that like this is my job. I'm going to work. But I work more than full-time. 40 hours a week is nothing compared to how many hours I put in when it comes to on the work side. You know what I mean? So I don't be having the time. Like, literally, that's the reason why. Another thing is I don't sleep much neither. So that's the reason why, like, I'll get on YouTube at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I'll get on it because I'm like, man, let me optimize my time. You know? Yo, good looking out. Good looking out. He said book ones are whack. The book ones are wiggity whack. He said close the chapter on the book ones. The book is over. He said we don't want to see no sequel, no prequel, no dequel. We don't see no seroquel. We don't want to see nothing on these book ones. It's done. He said shout out to the channel twin. Yo, salute fam, salute. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. And I was literally telling my wife earlier today. I was like, babe, this is the closest I've ever come to being fully monetized on YouTube. And just to say it out loud, like, this has almost been a 3-year battle. Like, I've been on YouTube as far as like as far as content creation side, and it's taken me 3 years. Like, imagine like a 3-year internship. You know what I mean? But it's paying off, you know what I mean? It's definitely paying off, you know what I mean? And I love it. Like, I love what I do on here. I'm passionate about it in whole 9 yards. It's not, all right, let me flat out say this too. It's not all about being monetized. That's not what it's all about. that's just another milestone that I wanted to reach, right? So it's just a milestone. It was the at one point, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I remember the feeling. I got a video up about it. I should play the video. I remember the feeling when I got 100 subscribers. I was so excited for it. I still am, which is the weird part, because it took so much work just to get 100 subscribers. I was thinking in my head, I was like, I have no clue where the next 100 are going to come from, but I'm grateful for the first 100. I was like, if I stayed at 100, I'm fine. I got 100 people that decided to hit that button. And I'm not even gonna say I was so excited. I still am. Like, I still am excited, you know what I mean, at that, because it takes a lot of work to get people to trust you and follow. Like, people don't look. If people slutted out the subscribe button like how Nike Air gets slutted out on the back of a shoe, I'll have 100,000 subscribers. I would. All right, my bad. Let me get to some of these comments here. Shout out to DK, man. DK said, I want to see the good guys win. Y'all are the Fantastic Four of ego-free sneaker love, man. 100%. You know what I mean? 100%. And I was already talking to the wife, man. I might go back to SneakerCon Fort Lauderdale. Somebody fact check me on that, on where it's going to be at out in Florida. But you know, I went this year, Fort Lauderdale, SneakerCon. I'll travel. As I have the time, I would love to start going to like multiple sneaker cons in multiple cities. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm gonna tell you right now, what you see right here online, this is me. This is how I am in real life, right? Like, I'm not gonna be all weird and shy when you finally meet me. I'm gonna be like, yo, what up? I'm turning the camera on. You know what I mean? Let's put a video up. I finally get to see so and so. You know what I mean? In person or whatever. This is, you know, whoever. So I mean, this is me all day. Jay is the same as that way. I'm telling you right now, Jay is an absolute fool. I love it. I love it. How many hours left? You was near 100. No? Good work. Keep it up, Mr. Thing. Good looking at Rob T. Yes, I am down to like 64 hours right now. Now, keep in mind, I lose hours every day. So, I don't want to talk about this too long, but YouTube, you have to get 4,000 watch time hours within a 365-day time frame. Every day that goes by, not every month, every day that goes by, you lose hours. So today is December 6th. So let's just say, in theory, matter of fact, I don't even have to in theory it. I got it written down here. On December 6th of last year, I had gotten 0.9 hours, which is really good. So on today's date, on 2024, I didn't even get 1 hour of watch time. I got 0.9. It's real close, but I didn't even get 1 hour. So now that I'm live right now with y'all, I'm going to get more than 1 hour from this live. So as of today, when the YouTube algorithm catches up to itself, because it's like a 5-day delay. But for today, for December 6th, I'm going to lose 1 hour. But I'm going to gain 10 hours from 12 of y'all watching for an hour. That's how the time works. So 12 minus 1. So for the day, I'll end up having plus 11 hours. And that's just from this live alone. People are watching my content right now. Like right now, I got people watching my videos, right? So I'm also going to get time for whatever videos that people have watched today. So you add that onto this live, and that's how I've been able. I literally figured out how to gain watch time hours on YouTube. And the crazy part is, with as much research, I'm gonna show you all this. I'm gonna show you this here. With as much research as I do on how to grow your YouTube channel, look at all of this. With as much research as I look into like how to grow your YouTube channel, and I research a lot. That's one thing about me. I'm really big on like analytics and stuff like that. I've seen no one said, hey, go into your history, take a look at the hours that you've accumulated last year, so you know what numbers you have to. It's just like a bank account, right? Like, obviously you always want to have more in there than what you're withdrawing, or you're going to overdraft, right? And not only do you go to zero, you're going to have negative. So it's kind of the same as that thing here. I got to make sure I'm putting in more hours than what's coming out. It's the same concept. and it's been working. It's really been working. Thanks to y'all, because I can go live all day. If y'all don't watch, I ain't getting no hours. I mean, that's just the way it works. So, good looking out though. Good looking out. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Michael. One day I will. One day I will. I'm on limited time right now, but I will go ahead and get Jordan 1s out, because I have quite a few Jordan 1s, and I don't have like I mean, to me, I like what I got, right? But people gonna be like, yo, that's whack. I don't like those, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I like them. You know what I mean? So I'm not just like straight like pure hype guy. Like, man, I got Jordan 1 mids. I got the Space Jam. I got the Space Jam mids, and I love those shoes. Like, I love those kicks. And people are like, oh, those are mids. Those are whack. I'm like, whatever. Like, I like them. You know what I mean? I likes. All right. And the book 1s. He said you over it. Tired of the book 1s. He said the book 1s, as most new Nike basketball kicks, are just badly dressed Kobe's. Now, this is what I would love to know. My bad. Let me get back on stage here. I'm talking. This is what I would like to know. Who hoops inside of these book 1s, and is it good performance wise? Like, is it a nice hooping sneaker at least? You know what I mean? He said more work than calculus figuring that. But yeah, that's how I was able to get into the system. Somebody said they're sucker. Yep. However, the What The series of shoes, I'm a sucker for. Yeah, I ain't mad at you with that. Yeah, I can tell you, I do like the What The colorways, that they have on there, or the What The color blocking, for sure. I do agree with that. All right, that's December Norwalk. I want a pair of these. I do. All right, here go. Statue of Liberties. Color's looking righteous. I'm not gonna hold you. That color, that statue, that color is looking righteous. Yeah, Rob T. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I want to shoot at most of my foot. Yeah. That colorway is looking righteous. All right, boom. Phone Posit 1s, Pine Green. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, like, there are so many. I still gotta reach back for the pearls. I still want the camo. I still want the cough drop. I just need to pull up a list of Phone Posits that there's so many colorways that are like, these included. There are so many that are like, yeah, Rob T, them joints is looking sick. I ain't gonna lie. Michael, you don't like Kobe's. Is that all, or are there like certain silhouettes of Kobe, certain number of Kobe's, or is it just all together? You don't like Kobe's at all? I said I love Kobe, but his kicks suck. And you NYC through and through, even in the thin Colorado air. You ain't never lied. That, I mean, like, that was one of the dope things about that was one of the dope things about copping the Brick by Bricks. Nigel being in Queens, that was the dope thing about picking up the Awake New York. Even just a pink pair. You know what I mean? Just because it's a New York theme, New York kick. So, I have been blessed. I ain't gonna lie. I've been blessed and able to cop those, especially for retail like that. Yeah, Michael don't like Kobe's. He said all Kobe's are whack. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. But that's your opinion, and look, I feel you. I feel you. Look, see, you see that's another thing too. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and be cracking jokes. Like, for some reason, we think everybody always got to agree with what we think, right? Like, I am a Jordan 1 guy, but for people that be like, yo, Jordan 1 suck, they're a flat shoe, hurts my feet, I don't like them, never liked the one. I hear you. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear a shoe that hurts my feet neither. I mean, just to be honest with you, I feel you. You know, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I ain't mad at you. Look at this colorway. I like the eggplant pause, because I don't even like saying eggplant without putting the pause on it. I like that colorway. You know, the one that's shaped like that one. I like that colorway. I like the Tekken color, man. There are so many foam posits, no lie, that I want, man. You can have a foam posit collection all by itself, just all foam posits. They got so many fire colorways. And these shoes are so comfortable. Hey, these joints is dope. Yeah, I'm with it, fam. I am with it. He said he just like the foam pros. He'll pass on the rest. So he said he's a pro guy. Bob T said these look nice. Foot Locker raffles for these Kobe's only in NYC. So you may have to shout out some family and friends. They still around. I entered for NYC. Yeah, I got a brother-in-law. Like, I'll be honest with you. Even though I do got a lot of people back home in New York, but my brother-in-law would be the one. He lives in Brooklyn. He'll be the one to actually go out and hit a raffle for me. I wouldn't dare send my parents. You know, man, my dad just turned 76 years old December 2nd. You know, my mom is 70. I wouldn't dare subject my parents to any of this sneaker garbage. Not garbage, I don't call it. You know what I'm saying? But like sneaker drama. I wouldn't dare put my parents in any of those type of situations. Number one, yeah, my dad is a loose cannon in his old ass. So somebody will lay him right on out, because my dad, you know, New Yorker, man, he'll get real loose with that mouth. These Mayans will lay him right on out, won't think twice about it. They'll go eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know, a little 12-year-old. Like, I knocked out this old man. And they'll be bragging about it too. Somebody record it. I'll be like, Dad, you're viral. Congratulations. Oh, man. All right, let me see what we got here. Jersey made it. Nike Air Force One low. We got some new Jersey. All right, let's take a look at these Air Force. Let's see this. How do you guys feel about this pattern on here? About this woven design, this texture? What are your thoughts on there? Colorway is fire, for sure. For sure, that colorway is sick. And for the record, this woven design right here, like this pattern, doesn't bother me in any way. I love it. But then again, you see, I have the Air Jordan 1 Beffy Beauty Supplies, and when I first saw those, I was calling them the Frankensteins. I hated that whole woven, weave, whatever it is. I hated all of it. And then I was like, wow, it's amazing. So yeah, it actually doesn't bother me at all. Share past it. Yep, I love the Nike sign on them. Yeah, yep, on the pros, no doubt. He said, y'all be loving pool colored shoes, man. Where Miracle Whip J at? Yeah, I do. Like, yo, I like the Browns, man. I do. I like the Browns. He said, yeah, but you can't be sending your parents. But it looks like it's just the big Foot Locker. Only 6 locations and all in NYC to pick. Yeah, I do follow Jason G Kicks too, and you know, whenever he be doing his live, because I know he moved out to Jersey now, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, he used to be out in the Bronx, and yeah, he be hitting all the shoe stores up in the city and all that. He said, where your Kicks and I are going for those New Jersey Air Force Ones. Yo, Justice Nigga said, oh, Yeah, the doo-doo Easter baskets. Yes. Yes, I like that name right there. I would like to cop these and I will call them that. The doo-doo. I will break these out on Easter and have the little Easter eggs inside of them. These are called the doo-doo brown. Doo-doo brown. These are the I wanna hey, we wanna party. The doo-doo browns. Doo-doo brown. The New Jersey Doo-doo Browns. The Uncle Luke's. Sam Ray in the bill. What up, Sam Ray? What's good with you, brother? Thanks for tapping in. I got a boogie here in a little bit. I probably got like another 10 minutes. I gotta run an errand. This is what I'm gonna do because I'm having so much fun with y'all. I'm gonna call my brother up, see what time he wanna bounce, but I gotta go run an errand with him. Like I said, they can keep those Air Force Ones. Shout out to Sam Ray. Sam Ray said smash that like button. Sam Ray said break your phones with your thumb, like crack the screen. Hopefully you got a screen protector on there, so crack your screen protector and just get another protector. That's easy. That's all you got to do. I choose Fulton Street Broadway and West 34th Street Foot Locker. Okay. Let me I'm gonna take a picture of that, send that to my brother-in-law actually. Yeah, I ain't gonna let that info just slide right on by. I'm gonna hit my brother-in-law up tomorrow, see what his schedule's looking like. Let's see. Okay, he said they got the New Jersey Turnpike soles in those. Okay, yeah. Let me get back to that. Did I go past the picture of the sole? Okay. All right, bet. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'll mess around with those, man. Classic Diamond Turf Cowboys here. Yeah, these right here, these Vomeros will be a easy no-look pass. Air Max 87 Steve Harringtons. Anybody messing around with these? Steve Harringtons. Since it's Jalen Brunson is New York Savior, LO, I see why they're taking advantage of that lane. It makes sense. Yeah. But Brunson been balling too. Shout out to Brunson, man. Brunson been doing it, for New York, for the Knicks. He been doing it. I give him that. Being from Atlantic City, I feel like I have to get these. LOL. Jonesy, I feel you on that. Like, I feel you on that. Yo, shout out to Sneakerhead Game, man. You check out his channel. I've been following Sneakerhead Game, no lie, since he had like 100 and I don't know. He had like 127 subscribers, and then my man blew up. He got over 10,000 subscribers, whatever. But Sneakerhead Game actually had to chin check me. I ain't gonna lie. I remember being on a live. I was on a live, and I had seen these. I seen these Nigel Sylvester brick by bricks, and my first initial reaction on it, I was like, man, that's a pass for me. I don't really be rocking like solid color kicks like that. It's kind of like an all red shoe, and I was like, nah, they alright. Man, Sneakerhead Gang got up on here and was like, yo, Nigel from Queens, just like you, Mr. Think, and to see Nigel, make it and come up and, and do the things he's doing, and I'll be going on bike rides. It's not because he still live out, he's out in Brooklyn. And I got to thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, man, shout out to Nigel Sylvester, man. Like, And I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and put my name in the hat on these brick by bricks. And sure enough, man, I hit on a pair for them joints for retail. See, Nike done showed me some love. They knew I wasn't in my right state of mind. It was like, Mr. Think, you slacking. It was like, Mr. Think, you've been out in Colorado too long. It's too much weed in the atmosphere. Yeah, so I feel you on that. I said all I have to say. Yeah, I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta show love and just rep. Sig in the bill. What up, Sig? Sig in the bill. What up? The Diamond Turfs already dropped C-Nose and shoe polish today. So I do not have any Diamond Turfs. Never had any. And though I like the shoe, it's for me, it's a no, which is weird. But yeah, yeah. Them diamond tucks are tough though. Uh, Stranger Thing. Well, they got the whole upside down thing going again. Stranger Things, Nike Field General High, women's 11. Stranger Things. Stranger Thing Converse. Okay. Weapon highs. So they definitely got the Stranger Things thing going on there. Some Chucks. Chuck 70s. Sabrina Flowers. I think these Sabrinas, generally speaking, I know a couple of women, a couple of girls like in the bowling alley, and they like the Sabrinas. They get down with all of those. Okay, yeah, you're right, because now I'm on December 10th. Nike Tiempo. To 23. All right. Yeah, Joel. So hate to lose. He hit on the black pair. Was it the black pair? Yeah, he hit on a pair of these joints. Let me look that up. Yep, he hit on the black pair. Online raffle. He hit on those today. Yep. Yeah, these joints is tough. I like these. Simple, easy. I like them. Feet on the outsole there. Multicolor laces. Yeah. It's Timberland time, guys. He said the other three choices. Queen Center. Yeah. I used to shop at Queen Center all the time. That's my spot right there. Other three choices are Foot Locker or Queen Center. Queens Boulevard, of course. You know, that's where the McDowell's was filmed at, right off Queens Boulevard there. 272 West 125th Street. And lastly, 226 East Fordham Road in the Bronx. Yep, Fordham Road. Yeah, the Queen Center one will definitely be the closest. DK said, I hate the Cowboys, but love them Diamond Turfs. Need those Air Max 1 Stranger Things when they dropping. Let's go back. The Stranger Thing. And let's go back. Did it go past it? Or was it next? Did I already go past it? Where's the Stranger Thing Air Force Air Max? Man, I'm bugging. We're down. Let's see. Stranger Thing. Those are Field Generals. Converse. All right. Maybe they're coming up then. Oh, shoot. We're already back in December 6th. Which is today. All right. More Kobe's, some black Kobe's here. Cargo khaki Kobe's. Jordan Poole. Milk and cookies. Please post bills. Yeah, all right. Let's keep moving in. Let's see what we got going on here. Air Max DNA8s. These look clean. From this point forward, it's clean. Looks simple. Yeah, they're getting busy. They're getting busy with the Kobe's as usual. I think they're doing too much with the Kobe's. I think they're doing too much with them. Shout out to Jonesy. Said retail on the bricks is a major dub. I agree 100%. They should have done the swoosh upside down. Look, Nike Air on the back. Turn it upside down. We out of ideas. Nope. No diamond turfs. Yep. I love those undefeated Air Maxes. Yeah, the black ones are clean. Rob T said the undefeated Air Maxes is still up on undefeated. If anyone needs. He said Nike robbing Gucci now too. McDowell's, great reference, Mr. Thing Classic. Yeah. Yeah, truth be told, I want to say I think that's like one of the first times, even though it was a short scene, but a classic one. It's one of the first times I've seen like Samuel Jackson in there. He's so good at playing that. AOD, thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you. I'm gonna make a phone call myself. Y'all give me a sec. Make a quick little phone call here, because I know I got an errand to run as well. Let me make sure he's still doing that. Samuel Jackson trying to rob the McDowell's. Yep.
What up, man?
Yo, what up, man? What's your ETA looking like?
Oh shit, I'm just sitting here watching this TV. Shit, we're done.
Do you want to leave? Do you want to leave at 8:30?
What time is it now?
8:17.
8:17. Let's leave at 8:45.
All right, sounds good. I'll be over there. All right, late. All right, I got a little more time, man. Let me see. You passed them 3 times. All right, Michael, I'm over here slacking. All right, let me go back to the previous page. He said I passed them 3 times. Where are they at? I'm missing them. He said, all right. DK said you passed them 2 shoes past the diamond turf. All right, let's go back. My bad. Scrolling. Ooh, okay. All right. Stay focused. Let's go back. Let's find the diamond turfs. Let's slow it down. Let's relax. Okay, here we go. All right, diamond turf. Romero Plus. Pegasus. Stranger Things. Steve Harrington. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at these joints. So is this colorway really? Because I don't watch Stranger Things. I think I've seen like the first season. And watch this. I think I need to catch up on it. So number one, I actually think it's a dope series. I just haven't had the time. Me, I'm more of a movie guy because time be so, like, as y'all just heard me get off the phone. I'm meeting up with my brother, so because I gotta go run an errand. Like, time be so scarce for me. I like watching movies because I can commit. Like right now, I've been on live for an hour and a half. I can commit an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, sit down and watch a movie. I can't commit to like these series that be on TV because I don't really have the time to sit down and watch it. I say all that to say I think Stranger Things actually is a dope series. I just don't really have the time to sit down and watch it. So maybe I can binge watch it one day. You know, if I get like 2 or 3 days off on the road at work, I just sit down and just binge watch it. But anyway, is this colorway right here related to, Steve Harrington? Like is this shoe like a character that's, in the series, named Steve, or a place or whatever? Like, what's the correlation between this and Steve? Somebody fill me in. It's clean kick. I mean, it looks clean. I see we still got the whole upside down world. Jay Elevate had to tell me about that because I didn't even know the theme behind like the whole upside down world. So by them putting it upside down, I know that vibes with the theme of the series. The same thing with the upside down Nike. I know that goes with the theme of the upside down world. So that's what's up. The box, the map, and all little figurines and stuff, all of this stuff that comes along with it. I know it all vibes with that upside down universe or world or whatever the case is. Let me see. Okay. So Rob T said, I heard they wore the sneakers in the show. Okay, that's fair. Sam Ray said, I just found a Fear of God hoodie at my local thrift for $10. Ooh, that's a nice pickup, Sam Ray. It's a nice pickup. Sig said, what if they put the swoosh on the other side upside down? Let's go back. That would be a nice little touch. So, you want to know what? Which is funny because now that you mention that, like, truth be told, now that I'm looking at it, this isn't just upside down, it's actually reversed. So it'll be upside down if the A was still here and the I in the middle, obviously, and then the R on this. And if it was just upside down, that'd be one thing. This is actually reverse. Clearly, I mean, it is still upside down, but it's flipped too. So it's not just upside down, it's upside down and flipped. He said, I need those, bro. When is the release date? What we got on these? Interested in Raider fan, Stranger Things. 87 release date December 4th. They already dropped 2025 for 180 Nike. Man, you missed it, bro. Unless this date is not accurate. Can somebody check that? Let's look it up on. Let's go to StockX and take a look at a release date here. Let's see. I got you. Let me see. Oh, Rob T said it dropped Thursday last week. Yeah, they already dropped. Over 801 sold in the last 3 days. Let's see how we're looking. What size? Ooh, they're moving. Cause what do these retail for? It looks like they're moving. 180. Dang. Yeah, these things are moving. So, depending on your size, we're already on average. We're looking at about 260. More than that, 280. Oof. All right, so it looks like these things are moving. Size 11, 292, 12, 283, 12 and a half, 264, 13, 300. So it looks like these things are moving. That's not bad for a $180 shoe. So people are tuned into them. All right, he said, DK said, I'm sick. I'm a 10 and a half, 284. Yeah, we're $100 above. And keep in mind, that's not even factoring in, the fees and blah, 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 tax and shipping. And you're already well over the 300s. Dang. Jonesy said, I might have to double up on the Gammas. Jonesy, that's not a bad double up. Let me tell you, it's really not. That is not a bad double up. I ain't mad at you. I'm gonna do the same. Since we're talking about Gammas real quick, what are your take on the Gammas? Do y'all think this is going to be a difficult cop, medium difficulty cop, or hard difficulty cop? Like, is it going to be a semi-easy to medium difficulty if you put in your legwork and your footwork, if you enter raffles, if you know what I mean? Y'all already know what to do. Go out to Shoe Palace on Tuesday. This upcoming Tuesday, you hit up Shoe Palace, you drop your name you know, in a hat for a raffle, you know, at Shoe Palace. You got to do it on Tuesday or whatever, into a, you know, into a little draw there. Y'all can get on DSG. The draw is open. I am going to enter on DSG later on tonight. I'm probably going to get back on the live because one thing I'm not sleepy, but I got to go handle some work related stuff here in a little bit. But what's the temperature on these gammas? Do you think it's going to be like a difficult, a hard cop? I think it's going to be a hard cop. I think it's going to be a very hard cop if you treat these like the Black Cat 4s. And on release day, you just want to just go to the store all casually and be like, yeah, I'm here for these gammas. I think it's going to be a difficult cop if you take that approach. Put in some lead work, you put in some footwork, and you should be okay. All right, now that I said that, let's tap in. There was 6K Stranger Thing Air Max on sneakers and 12K. Well, oh, okay, Bob T, I didn't know that. So that was a low stock. That was a hard cop. Yep, sold out fast. Yep. Okay. See, I didn't even know stock numbers and everything. That makes sense though. The shoes are moving. It says it depends if resellers are going to cop. Okay. And Mr. Think, I know you lost the bet, but Black Cat's going to be restocking forever. No. Hard facts. Hard facts. You know what I mean? And nah, you're absolutely right about that. Like, they've already restocked a few times, you know what I mean? But I do have to be honest and say they still moved well past my expectations of them. So I will give that one to Lewis because, you know, they definitely moved way better than what I expected. He said, Sam Ray said it might be like the Black Cat 4s. All right. They pulled the fake sellout so you would lose your bet. I know. I done got Lou his Chick-fil-A meal. Winner, he got the chicken dinner. He got it. He got it. And even when I went out to the, into the field, shout out to everybody who watched that video. Even when I went out into the field, the only place that really had them sitting like that was Shoe Palace. Shoe Palace was actually the only spot that had them sitting. Other than that, they were cooked everywhere else. All right. He said, I think they're not going to sleep like they did with the Black Cats. I can agree with that. You know what I mean? Especially with it being right at the end of the year. You know what I mean? We got Christmas right around the corner, man. This shoe might be on a few Christmas lists, especially if you didn't cop the Black Cats and you're not hitting the resale market for it. This is the next black shoe that you can cop and let me put it this way. If somebody was to say, yo, I missed on the Black Cats, but I hit on the Gamma 11s for retail, you still winning. You know what I mean? If you had to pick between one of the two, you are still winning. So it's not like this is one of those bad consolation prices. This is still like a good, like, hey, I missed on those, but I got on these. So it's still a good pickup. He said they're going to sit where they got to pay shipping until all of the free shipping places sell out. Bob T said, are you going for more Black Cat restocks? Two great videos of you searching for those Black Cats. Good looking out. Appreciate that. Will I go for a restock? Yeah, because I mean, like truth be told, the one that just dropped, I couldn't even log in. And that was my fault. Because I should have gone on to JD for my laptop. That's what I should have done. I should have gone on for my laptop. Why is he? Yep. Isn't there more stock for the Gammas compared to the Black Cats? Yes. At the moment, which I don't have stock numbers yet, but at the moment I've been hearing like 1.1 million pairs. But SIG, just to kind of put that into perspective, right? Because y'all know how I am, right? I don't be up here trying to spread fear and all that stuff. A lot of times, I think I'll be a little bit too optimistic. I'm like, these are gonna sit, whatever, right? I'll be a little bit too optimistic. But that's because, keep in mind, I'm in Colorado. Like in certain kicks don't be moving like that out here, but some do. So I'm just gonna give you an example. I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm just gonna give you an example. Typically, the Jordan, generally speaking, the Jordan 11 holiday releases, they generally give us 1 million pairs, right? Generally speaking, these shoes move pretty good. Off of the top of my head, the last couple of 11s that I can remember that really didn't make too much noise were the Gratitudes, the Gratitude 11s, and the Cherry 11s. But the crazy part about the Cherry 11s is, even though I do remember them moving, the Cherry 11s moved, they still kind of like semi-sat. So the Cherry 11s didn't do as good as the Cool Grays, right? And the Gratitudes didn't make, oh, and the Columbia 11s, even though that wasn't a holiday release, right? Was it? Did we get the Columbias during the holiday? But anyway, the Legend Blues, right? They didn't make no noise neither. So, but the Gammas, you see, but Gammas are different. And that's the thing. We're talking about a Gamma. So you can have 1 million pairs, but if the demand is 3 or 4 million people, then 1 million is still not a lot if you look at it that way. You know, I'm not trying to spread no fear or none of that stuff. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at on the number perspective, 1 million pairs is not a lot when you got 5 million people trying to cop a Gamma, if you look at it that way. All right, let me catch up on some comments here. I got like another 5 minutes or so before I boogie. Let's see, Black Star, boom, boom, boom. Said the Black Cats were sitting for hours before they dropped on sneakers. All right, and I mean, they were available out here. They were available. Did you know the West Side Gun Saucony are $700? I did not know that. Jay probably knows that because he be rocking them joints. The Platinum Tint 11 sat. Good looking out, Samurai. Yep, 6 yeah, the Columbias came through the holidays. Okay, good looking out. Yeah, so yeah, the Columbias came through on the holidays and they didn't make no noise. They got disrespected. You know what I mean? So but yeah, once again, this is a Gamma. I mean, like, that's I don't have anything else to say besides that. This is a Gamma. I definitely think the demand is going to be there. And for anyone who did not hit on the Black Cats, if you like 11s, I don't know why you wouldn't have this on your hit list. Like, just to be honest, we need the Air Penny 2 Black and Royale come back for the 30th anniversary next year. That would be a nice little pickup right there, Samurai. That'd be a pretty nice little pickup. For sure. Yeah, that'll be a nice little cop right there. Yo, dang, actually, I would stay on for a grip. Like, honestly, I would like live stream for like the next 3 hours. Like, just because, like I said, I'm not even sleepy, but I got to go handle something. So if it's 8:33 my time, we got to go handle some work related stuff. So I'm thinking about doing like that live reaction with this whole Diddy documentary, because I really want to see it. There's been a lot of chatter about it, you know, this Netflix documentary. So I want to watch it. And if I watch it, man, of course I'd watch it with y'all. So this is what I want to plan. I want to plan. I don't even know the name of the series, so I'm sorry. Excuse the ignorance, but the Netflix documentary. Let's watch it together. We're going to have a movie night and we're going to watch this documentary together. So we're going to pick a time and we're going to turn our Netflix on and we're just going to press play and we're going to watch it together. So we can let it roll through and we can kind of chat about it, you know what I mean, as we're watching it all together or whatever the case is. We can just kind of chat and talk about things. But I really want to watch this documentary because I know it's been buzzing. A lot of people have been talking about it. So I want to see what 50 Cent and this producer put together. And watch this. I'm not taking Diddy's side on nothing. I'm really not, right? But I will put a but there. Whatever this man has done, he's done. Whatever. I'm not taking the side on nothing. But this is more of a testament to, man, be careful with who's in your corner, right? Just the mere fact that there's leaked footage of you know what I mean, of things that because like watch this. Just in general, like what happens behind closed doors also kind of deserves to have like that privacy of like, yo, did you really say that? Like, yeah, I said that, but I was joking. I was talking to a very close friend of mine, and you know, boom, boom, boom. That wasn't meant to be, you know, I mean, released to the public, which is fair, you know, which is a fair take. Not everything is supposed to be like just online, right? On YouTube or whatever, on X or any platform. So be careful with who you have in your circle, because like at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch this documentary and I want to see what's going on. But also, I'm also keeping in mind 50 Cent got his hands on some insider information. That's which means that he paid somebody to cough it up, right? So man, just be careful on who you got in your circle. That's what I'm already gaining from this, and I haven't even seen it yet. You know what I mean? But just, man, you know what I mean? For the love of money, man. For the love of money. All right. You see, and all right, DK, watch this. Being freaky is not a crime. This was a public lynching, and watch this. There's a part of me that I do agree with that, right? So and watch this. Like, I have to watch this thing, right? I have to watch it to see what's happening or whatever. But let me give you an example. You're right. Being freaky, we can crack our baby oil jokes and, you know, whether he likes men, women, or everything in between. None of that stuff matters. You're right, because it's not illegal, right? It's not illegal. But drugging somebody and taking advantage of them, that's illegal. You know what I mean? Like, so there's definitely levels to it. But, you know, in hindsight, you're right. Like, if you like people playing with certain parts of your body, or you like sucking toes, whatever it is, like, you're right, man. There's no law against that. You know what I mean? There's definitely no law about that. But, you know, whenever you're talking about minors and whatever, and I'm not saying that's what Diddy in particular, I'm just talking about just generally, you know, whenever you start breaking the law, then yeah, you know what I mean? Like flat out. Let me put this on record, because I've actually seen this video. What Diddy did to Cassie, as far as beating her up, I'm talking about, like, with that particular beating that happened in the hotel, that's a big time negative. For a man to be ragdolling a woman like that, I'm not talking about out of self-defense. It'd be different, man, if Cassie had like a baseball bat in her hand, or she got a knife in her hand, and Diddy's like, yeah, I punched her in her face and dragged her down the hall, man. She was trying to knock my head off with a bat. That's different. That ragdolling he did to her, man, I'm telling you right now, I mean, that's a flat out no. You a man, you do not beat up on a woman like that if it's not self-defense, or if you're not protecting your wife. I'm not saying there's no circumstances where you don't put your hands on a woman. I'll share a story with y'all when I come back on how, when I was a correction officer, I gave a number 2 elbow to an inmate's face and literally broke her entire face with one hit. I'll share that detailed story and why I did it. I did it, but it was more than justified. I broke her entire face with one hit. So I'm not saying there's no circumstances on you never put your hand. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about in the circumstance that I saw, that wasn't it. You know what I mean? So this is a good topic, though. This is a good topic. I would like to discuss. I would like to discuss this. All right, look, let me go ahead, run these errands, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in, because I had like a constant like 13 people on the stream, which is dope. Because for the 1 hour or almost 2 hours I've been streaming, that's going to be like a guaranteed 10, 15 hours, because I had like a constant. So shout out to y'all for that. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm gonna be back on a little bit later. You know, it's a Saturday night, so if y'all up and y'all ain't doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? Tap into your boy. I appreciate y'all. Sam Ray, Rob T, Sig in the build, DK, thanks for tapping in, man. Sean Love, Jonesy, man. Shout out to you, man. Everybody. My boy D already done tapped out. Just a sneak ahead. But look, it's always loving this end, man. Make sure you'll catch us. I know we didn't do it this Saturday because everybody was busy. But one pay at a time, Saturday morning, whatever. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one.